Okay, let's put the salt logger through its paces and let's go do some salting. First thing we do is this is the introduction screen for the salt logger. And you can see we need to load the salter with material first. Then we're going to run the route, and then we can actually go back and look and see what we did. So let's start out by loading the salt machine. And we have two selections here. First is the salt barn. We have multiple salt barns, as I think a lot of you do, both at headquarters and remote. We're going to load at the headquarters site right now, and we have multiple products that we use on the various sites depending on what's going on. So we're going to select magic salt for this run. And then the last thing we have to do is to enter the weight of the salt that we put into the hopper. Our loaders have scale tickets in them, and the scale ticket on this one says that it's 8,452 pounds. So we just enter that in and we say done, and we're actually ready. The salter's all loaded and we're ready to go run. So we say okay, come back to the main screen here, and we select run the route. Now we have 12 sites on the route that are preset. You have complete control over what goes on these buttons, but there's 12 sites that you can do. Let's start up we're going to drive into the bus lot first. This is the actual salting screen, and the main two ingredients on this screen is really the start and the stop. And all you really do is when you turn the salter on, you just hit start. The screen turns green, showing your salting. We have a clock running for how many seconds you've been running the salter on this leg. And down below you can see that we have 54, 59. We're applying salt as we're going at a particular rate. These two numbers are the same because this is the first run that we've had. We're going to stop this. We ran to the end of the lot. We've got to turn our truck around. We're going to turn around and then we'll start again. So now we're still in the bus lot, but we're on our second leg right now. You'll see that the already applied area here continues to count up, and this particular leg is counting up also. At the same time, we're making an educated guess as to how much salt is remaining in the hopper. So we'll stop here. We're not going to run back and forth on the bus lot too much. We're ready to leave and go to another site, and you just click on leave site and you're back to this screen, which is we get to select another spot to go to. So right across the street from the bus lot is 45 New York Ave. So we're going to click on that. We're right back where we were a little while ago. We're going to start, click on that. The salter starts and you're now applying salt. We still have the total of salt that we've applied so far today. We'll stop that, turn around, come back, start up again, and we'll run a while. So I've got quite a few sites that I need to run some salt on, so we're not going to take up our time. I'm going to stop this, leave the site, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so here we are back again. I've been doing some salting. So we've got one more site that we want to stop at. We're going to go to 68 New York Ave, and we're going to start applying some salt there. Again, you'll notice that the screen is green when we're putting salt down. When we hit the stop button, screen turns red to say the salter is turned off. So we'll do one more leg on this and then we'll be all done. So we're going to leave this site, and now we're actually done salting. It turns out that I did not use my whole tub full of salt, so when I click on done salting, the question comes up is your salter empty or do you have some leftovers? And I definitely have some leftovers today. I used about half the tub. I opened the door, and looked in the tub, and I'm going to say I have about a half a load. So what Salt Logger did was it took half of the load and allocated it amongst all of the sites that we were just salting. So this is my run here. I'm adding on to the end of the salt day here. These are all the sites that I touched today, the time when I did it, and Salt Logger has allocated an amount of salt for each leg that I ran today. And the total salt spread you can see here is 4227. And we have 4226 remaining in the tub, so we used half the tub of salt. So we can do that. This is this report is actually listed by the truck, and you can see that earlier we went out and we did a pre-salt. Tim went out and did some pre-salting. We did a little bit more stuff. Justin came in. He ran one quick load. Actually, he ran two loads, this load and that load. So we've got load number 1 and load number 2, load number 3, on and on down to my load, which turned out to be the 7th load of the day that we were running. Now you can see that we've been all over this property several times, and the question comes up, well, how much did you put on each property? And that's very easy. You just sort, it recalculates, and here's all the salt that was put down at 1 and 5 Mountain Road. It gives the time and the amount of salt that was put down on each leg of the salt. 1 to 5 Mountain Road had 7,107 pounds, or 3.6 tons, over the course of the storm. Next site is 51 New York Ave. Same thing, less salt, 2.6 tons there, on and on and on. So each site then gets a record of who was there, when they were there, what product they put down, and the amount of product that they put down on each leg. Total salt dispensed for that storm was 30 tons. So we put down quite a bit of salt. There's 19 buildings in this total facility, so there's quite a bit of salt. You can save your data. I'm not going to go through that process. Save your data to take it back to the shop, and you're all set. So that is the basics of the salt logger system.